Ladies and gentlemen, I knew this would happen. Kendrick Lamar's people and the West Coast and some other people have responded to the epic hating, a leaked jail phone call of Young Thug speaking about Kendrick Lamar. Now, yesterday I did a video about it. Make sure you go check that out. My track, before we get into this, Document 79. We on the road to 300,000 views. Link is in the pinned comment. Make sure you go watch that after this because, you know, Aubrey might not like it. So let's keep it going. Let's get right into
YouTube. Shit.
Fun when the rabbits got the gun. For months after he got out of jail, we watched Young Thug basically torment Gunna every single month.
Yeah.
Thugger knew that people was waiting on him to basically label Gunna a snitch for people to fully stop rocking with him. And he took full advantage of it. Every month, he would take shots at Gunna.
The biggest thing Young Thug needs to do is get off the internet for a while. He's done some irreparable damage to his credibility in his career, and like I said, since he's such an aura rapper and it's not really about like his talent, there's a lot of people who can rap their way out of anything, who can just talent their way out of anything. I mean, look at Kobe, but his talent isn't rapping well. His talent isn't even necessarily creating good songs. People might be like, no, he does. A lot of those songs, if you don't buy into Young Thug's lifestyle or his whole like aura, you're not going to like him. Trust me. So that's why things like this is going to hurt a rapper like Young Thug a lot, because now we've seen that, you know, you don't be keeping it P. If one person don't keep it P, it might be you. You might be the king of not keeping it P. And I don't know what blood of Jesus Gunna is covered in, but that boy kept his head down, kept working, and seems like the universe dropped on you.
Alluding to him being a rat. I still remember all these tweets.
And that's the thing. It's like, bro, you showed no mercy. That's why I think the universe didn't like it. When you did the stuff you did, you said the things you said on phone calls and in interrogation rooms, and you did this, yeah. Universe gonna
It's like it was yesterday. But now that Young Thug's jail calls have been leaking every single day, looks like he's not having the best of times right now. Last week, we saw him put out a message to Lil Baby saying, wham, what's understood ain't ever gotta be explained.
Just
I'm with
text
you
him,
forever. Now, some people thought it was interesting for Thugger to put out this message to Lil Baby publicly. Maybe Lil Baby's no longer answering his calls. Who knows? Well, this morning, Thugger is still...
That is a good point, because why would this not be a text? Why would this be a tweet?
Still putting out more messages. This time, it's about people saying they're no longer rocking with him because apparently he ratted. Thugger reposted this message from Denzel Washington saying, who cares, when he was asked if he's ever worried about being canceled or losing public support.
This is why Young Thug is the worst kind of hypocrite, bro. This is disgusting. So when you tried to put this on Gunna, you tried to get him canceled, you tried everything in your power to make him lose public support. So I know you're lying with this tweet. I know you're lying with this post, because you know you of all people are one of the people who definitely cares about public support or being canceled. So you did all of that. You worked in your power to try to destroy this man, do everything that's being said in this post by Denzel. And then now, because it turned on you, because you ended up being the person that was doing that stuff, now you don't care? But before, when it was Gunna, you was calling people on the low trying to have the public cancel him, right? You was laughing when 21 said, oh, when Gunna's part comes on, they don't even listen to it. And you giggled like a schoolgirl. Now you don't care? That's how I know you, bro. I'd be knowing the psychology of rappers, bro. I'm a rapper. Like, bro, you care. You care a lot, nigga. Trust me. If you weren't somebody who tried to get the public to cancel somebody else, I would believe this, but...
Somebody gotta go tell Thugger, if you want to let us know that you really don't care about being canceled or losing support, the number one thing you gotta do is not repost messages like these. In fact, it actually shows the opposite, that you do care. Last week's audio of Young Thugger talking about QC CEO P was bad enough, but the one that dropped yesterday of Thugger dissing Kendrick Lamar was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I tweeted that too. I said, believe it or not, I think that Kendrick one go do more damage than the interrogation, and it's looking like it is.
Rex with Kendrick.
Let me fast forward. We've heard this part. I'm not going to listen to this whole thing. Go listen to it in my last video. Its summary is Young Thug is, if you've ever seen the movie Belly with Tyron's character, the dude who played in Menace, the dude with the banana. I don't like that. That was Young Thug. That was...
Calling you for his own.
I don't need to hear this again.
Fucking with Thug King.
By the way, I have a version of this phone call on my Twitter, and I set it to the Marvin's Room beat, and boy, that shit fits so perfectly. The Hater Anthem of the Year. Go check that out at my Twitter, Screwface Jean.
Who you?
Then the majority of this is Young Thug's phone call.
They heard yesterday's audio. This is just ATL business. After they heard yesterday's audio, they're now saying Thugger is officially a chatty patty, untrustworthy guy. If you can talk about Kendrick and diss him after he refused to give you a verse for your album, brother, you are liable to do anything.
And here's the craziest part. After this, another leak came out with Young Thug talking crazy about Durk. Or pillow talk about Durk, or like... Now, the Durk one, to me, I haven't fully heard, but the clips I heard don't seem as monstrous hating as he was doing on other people. But it wasn't positive. He was talking about, well, why don't you clear my shit? He was being salty to him, too. It was a salty Durk, it was a sassy Durk phone call. So it's just like, damn, it seemed like you kick in a lot of people's backs or be salty to people when they don't do something for you. Even Durk?
And who knows what other people you've talked about. Now today on the Joe Budden podcast.
Fam, there better not be no more, gang. There better not be no audio of you coming out dissing Future, because I know Future getting that two Kendrick features on Mask Off and the new album. I know damn well and like that, which is two of the biggest songs Future... I know he ain't like that.
Podcast episode 857. Joe and the guys spoke on Thugger, Dissin Kendrick, and also QCCOP, and also what this means for ATL moving forward.
But P, you know who P is.
Yeah.
Of him addressing Young Thug.
Yeah. Yep.
And since then, you can pull it up, Ice.
Yep, I'm going to
Since then, there's been 900 Young Thug phone calls to be leaked.
Yes, it's crazy.
Boy, this guy was chatting.
Pillow talking.
This guy, he didn't lift a weight.
Read.
He didn't pick up a book.
Play with the iPad shit.
He was on that phone. Word, he didn't fuck with the tablet. He ain't do a push-up, not a calisthenic.
He came out in worse shape than he went in. We should have known that. That boy, the only muscle he was exercising was this right here. Man, he was doing 150 reps of this every day. Hello?
He was
Bible
in
class,
there.
nothing.
God damn it, he was talking.
Locked up for 2 years?
Close to.
And here's the craziest part. This is just... The only reason we know this is because he was talking on recorded phone calls. What do Thug be talking about on his own phone that's not recorded? That's what would make me, if I was somebody, go, yeah, bruh, you probably said something about me, gang. If I ever said no. See, Thug feel like one of those people that you could do 100 things for him, and the second you say no once, he gonna talk about you.
Maybe close to. What that mean? No, he was talking like he didn't know that the phone calls were recorded.
I can't believe that.
Or
someone is
like,
just leaking all them shit.
Yeah, but and who's releasing it? Is it you think the prison system is releasing it?
Probably.
Listen, I heard somebody float another wild theory that was like, he know they recorded and
He did that on purpose.
They came up with some ill way for him to go tell a bunch of shit and not be, because in that one first video that came out, it was, yo, don't tell nobody. I'll talk to y'all, but don't tell nobody. Mm-hmm. And now they got every phone call in the world of him talking about everybody's business that don't have nothing to do with nothing. He was telling Mariah the scientist all the time.
I think.
Nah, the niggas. So Pete left at the house. I guess he didn't want the police to know that he was in the spot. So he left at the spot.
You know you on a recorded call, yo. Go back to your cell, yo. Yo, go back to your cell, yo. What are you doing? So, and this is what y'all telling me, hey, street life, street nigga.
I am happy that this happened, though. I am happy this happened. This is one of the like big death blows to the chokehold that criminal culture or criminality has over us. It really is. And I hope this shows, and growing up, I used to be the same way. I used to buy into all of the stuff too. And growing up and actually being outside and seeing how the street people move and stuff, it made me go, yeah, I don't want no parts of that. Because the people who betray, the biggest betrayers I know are people who were in that type of life. So it's like, I'm glad this happened because as a culture, we all need to step back to how much we were attracted to this. And the crazy part is there are some people who are going to hear that and just think you're saying something that's like anti-black or anti-hip-hop. And you know why? Because we've been taught that criminality is somehow inherently a part of hip-hop, black culture, street, everything. When you really go through the hoods and you go through the impoverished neighborhoods and people in the struggle and people in the street, and majority, 90% of them are not criminals. 90% of them are, the only thing they're the street is they're of the street. What happens in this country, in this world is that 10% of gangbangers, dealers, killers gets overrepresented. And the play is, and I learned this growing up, the play is to convince everybody, even black people and hip hop, that we are inherently tied to criminality. So then when stuff happens to us, they can go, oh, that's okay, that's that criminal art. They're just criminals, it's all, but we're not. We're not. Hip hop doesn't mean criminal. Yes, you can have all the gun bars in the world. You can kill 80,000 people in your rap. You can do whatever. Doesn't make you a criminal, gang. I'm tired of Quentin Tarantino being able to do whatever he wants. I'm tired of Martin Scorsese being able to want. Goddamn, I'm tired of Al Pacino being able to be Scarface. He's not Danny Brasco. Danny Brasco. I'm tired of it, bro. I think the inherent inclination is we're too stupid to be artistic. So if we're saying something, it must be true. That's what it is. If you go do your math, that's what it is. That's what I feel. So I feel like this needed to happen. Am I like pro-police? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's not because of because I'm a criminal. It's because the way they treat black people in America, period, bruh. It's because of and you know how I know that? My experiences with police. It's always F the police. But only because the way they treat us, not because I'm trying to get away with something. You understand me? So that's what I'm saying. And I understand where the not snitching stuff, like where it's attacked, it has roots in slavery and house niggas and field niggas and telling the massa and stuff. I get it. But we let that, and that's noble, but we let it get perverted somewhere into just like straight criminality. We can't do this, bro. Sorry for the long rant.
Because that's what y'all keep telling me. Anytime you hear 21 Savage name in something, it's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. His advice.
Like, I'm not from Atlanta,
I don't know if 21's was all the way solid, but he was the most solid person on the phone call so far.
I ain't all in the
He gave the
business.
best advice, I guess.
But however solid they thought Young Thug was, anytime you hear 21 name, this is for years now, it's been pretty solid. And I'm not saying that, listen, I don't know who's solid and who ain't. Like I keep saying, I'm a civilian. I'm minding my business. But if y'all gonna leak every damn call, no matter who's leaking it, they sound wild.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the point in them being leaked, but they do sound wild. I don't know who, if Gunna paid.
Does this fall into the statement that you said last pod where it's like Thug career or Thug's brand is plummeting?
Yeah.
Does this add on to that
Flip
to you?
Flip be asking the dumbest questions sometimes. Yes, nigga. What do you mean? That's the reason he said his stock was plummeting. The only reason was the jail phone calls. So essentially you just asked. So Joe Budden goes, man, these jail phone calls are making Young Thug, and the jail phone calls and the tweets, but really it's jail phone call. He's doing a master class at ruining his brand. This nigga Flip on the next episode goes, so wait, goddamn. It's like Flip don't be paying attention. And then Flip asks, yo, wait, so do you think these jail phone calls is ruining his brand? Yeah, nigga, that's...
It's just you looking...
What?
I mean, this is part of the reason why I feel that way. It's not that it adds on. This existed last time we recorded. It's just coming out in mass.
Got it.
But this existed then, so it just looks away. It's too much. It's too much gumbo that could go in the pot. For him, did he contribute more than we know to your sound? Like it's shit like that. It's not just phone calls and street shit. It does have an impact musically and in business. Like he on there talking about business too. They got him now talking about Kendrick not clearing a verse for that album.
He wanted a Kendrick record, didn't get it,
and started listing all the reasons why Drake will always be bigger than Kendrick, because Drake will assist and lend a verse and clear it and yada yada yada. This nigga, you could tell when a nigga ain't got crayons in his cell. Yo, dog, all you got to do is grab a construction paper, find something to draw. Draw something. Kendrick found the right Atlanta album to just pop up on and clear the verse.
Yeah.
You can't you can't knock him for his plan working. His plan worked.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works the same way if Like That is on the Thug album. Actually, it don't. It don't. I'm confident in saying that.
And he's put a bunch of people on, so I don't even understand. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I mean, Drake put a lot of people on.
They both did.
He's saying to what degree?
All right, I don't want to hear that. I wanna
My dog is much in.
We also got some West
we
Coast
go. I need to hear
reactions from some people
Those
close
are
to
people-
Kendrick. Hitter J3 said, yo, Thug sounds like a hater. Tell niggas how they was checking in, though. By the way,
Damn.
he helped more people
And Hit a J3 is Hit a J3. I gotta explain his connection to Kendrick.
than the world will ever need to know. Referring to Thugger when he said Kendrick never put anybody on. That's why you don't talk on monitored phone calls, kids. Y'all won't ever see my bro talking to the police, asking for their number in an interrogation room. Glasses Malone also had something to say about it.
not
He
Glasses.
tweeted some Kendrick bars from Squabble Up saying, hey, Doc, can I get a drop? I'm like, nigga, nah. Then he goes on to say, yo, they doing Thug bad, cuz. Not gonna lie, this shit cold. Funny, but cold.
Shout
And
out to
as
the
far as
woke
QCCOP, he briefly changed his Instagram profile yesterday to Young
hell
Thug
no.
as a rat biting cheese. Let's sit back and see how Thugger gets out of this one, you guys. Like we already know, if he puts out
You should have just, like Joe Budden said, found some crayons and did some construction, man.